There's more than just planes taking off the Salisbury Regional Airport. Leadership of the region's only commercial service airport are excited about infrastructure developments that will be happening over the next few years. Projects that include a runway extension, building a fire station, and replacing aging storage buildings.
All of which are big time beneficial to the airport and the area. Delmarva Life's Katie Zarelli sat down with airport manager Tony Rudy to learn more.
Connecting Salisbury to the world.
They could travel pretty much anywhere around the country or internationally that American Airlines flies or their partners.
The Salisbury Regional Airport was constructed back in the early 1940s for military aircraft, and decades later became the commercial operation it is today, with American Eagle flights to Philadelphia and Charlotte.
Really, to get here, it's a short drive for anyone in earshot, rather than driving, a couple hours or plus, to other airports in the, not really in the area.
And that commercial business is crucial.
The airport really supports the economy. It's kind of an economic generator here in the community and the region. And as my coworker likes to say, the airport's not about flying, the airport's about business, and it is about sustaining the community.
Tony Rudy became airport manager in May of 2019 after having worked at 4 other airports across the country.
At the time, I was looking for a job, to be quite honest, but the energy that was going on here and all the projects and all the improvements that were going on and the support that we had from the county, it was a really exciting time. I mean, it's still an exciting time. We've got a ways to go to finish up all these things, and truly it's never finished. But right now we've got a lot of projects in the pipeline that we're working on, and next year you're going to see a lot of construction starting.
Tony says the big project that perhaps folks are already aware of is the runway expansion.
That's ongoing. It's a long process, working with the FAA to get all the preliminary work done, and then getting design work done, environmental work done, wetland mitigation, and then actually constructing the runway, the taxiway that goes alongside of it, and navigational aids. We're working on it. It's still going to take a couple of years to get that project finished.
He says it's a necessary development because right now the runway's length doesn't support the current operations.
The aircraft that Piedmont Airlines are flying now currently, when they fly to Charlotte, they're weight restricted because they have to carry so much fuel to be able to get to Charlotte or an alternate airport if they need to. And so once you load all that fuel on, they can only load so many passengers. They can't take a full load of passengers. So they take a hit right from the beginning, so they're not making the profits on those flights that they should be. That, and just for future needs of the airport, for potentially larger, whether it's cargo aircraft, whether it's corporate aircraft that may want to fly coast to coast without stopping somewhere in the middle because they're restricted. Needs like that, and attracting future tenants here, possibly even future airlines that may want to fly out of here may need that runway.
Tony says the plan is to start that project's design by the end of the year and then break ground in 2023. He says passengers shouldn't be impacted too much, but the area will be, in a good way.
I think there's a positive impact to the community and to the region just because of the amount of jobs it's supporting or either creating while we have this project going on.
They're also working on designing an official fire station for the airport and hoping to start construction in the spring.
Obviously, we need a proper facility to store our fire trucks in and our personnel. Right now, they're in an old hangar. It's really something that's been needed. And frankly, I've never been to an airport, commercial service airport, that has not had a fire station. So it was kind of a surprise when I got here.
So it's time.
Yeah, it's time, yeah.
It's time for new storage space for snow removal equipment as well.
Unfortunately, we've got some old buildings with outdoors on. We store some of this equipment in. Some of it's outside. And our maintenance facility itself is not in great shape, to say the least. So that we're going to be designing a new building over the winter time. Again, bidding that one in the springtime, hopefully starting construction early in the year next year. But that's a really critical piece of infrastructure. Some people really aren't excited about it. Believe me, we're really excited about having a proper facility for our people to work in and get our equipment out of the weather.
With that, he says new snow removal equipment is in the airport's future, as is all kinds of building rehabilitation. Oh, and it doesn't end there. Tony says they're looking at designing and building a new fuel farm. They're working on a solar panel project for the airport's empty land, and they're in talks with a contractor looking to put a cell phone tower up at the airport. The list is long, but the developments are thrilling.
Next year, you're actually going to be seeing construction here on the airport, some of these buildings being built, some of the renovations being done. But there's a long way to go, and it's an exciting time for us, and I think a lot of people are excited. I haven't found anyone yet that's not.
So fasten your seatbelts and get ready for these changes to take flight.